Hepis Pepis. We good? Oh shit. Everything was undone. Hepis Pepis. We good? Oh god, it's in my eyes. Good. Alright. As I was saying, which you should have been able to read my lips, that's what I was hoping, but I plugged it into a different interface. I have two different audio interfaces, because one of them has pod farm. But enough about that. The Long Dark got an update this year, which is just like quality of life to the survival mode. I'm sure there's been more than that. It's been like at least a year since I played it. That's very loud. So I wanted to try it. I found a way. Thanks, Sinister.
I got 90 cooking and no SRS. Are you proud of me, Dad?
Cooking? 90 cooking. Come back to me when you get 90 Slayer, you fucking chump.
Hello, hey, I can sub on mobile now. Wow, Twitch improvement.
Can you? Well, that's nice. I'm surprised you used it on me. Your voice is dead. I hope you're referring to just you can't hear me before, and not that I sound dead. Rate the new Overwatch skins? Oh god, I haven't kept up with this.
Need money?
Actually, so if you didn't know, I put out a video, but what I didn't realize was the Overwatch update actually shipped the same day as my video. And I think that update is what officially added the workshop. So I just thought that was good timing. But I haven't looked at like the update itself. I haven't boot. The second I got the footage I needed for that video, I stopped booting up Overwatch. Yep, that's all you need to see. Okay, before I look, did they add a map? Did they add a single map to this? Because if they didn't do that, then do I even need to look at this? Nope. Yeah. That figures. There's probably a lot of point of that already. That's cool. No comment. I like this. I like the space outfit. That's nice too. Overall, well, I mean, it's not gonna get me to play it, but they know how to make. I don't think anyone is objecting to their ability to make good skins. They have some pretty nice skins. This one worries me a little bit, but you know, it's not my problem. Sorry, I didn't come here to talk about Overwatch skins. I wanted to play some survival game. Side note, MomoCon is like tomorrow until Sunday in Atlanta, and I live within driving distance, so there probably won't be streams like until I want to say like Sunday. I might even be out of the house Sunday. I don't know, but I put out the video. I figured I should at least stream once. Also, I want to before I know I'm like using this for a lot of time, but usually I do like after a video uploads like an addendum or like a post-mortem just to talk about shit I missed in the video that people point out in the comments, because there's always one thing I forget. But what I think I'm gonna do, I kind of want to like just take a week or so, do a little more research to all the things I missed, and then maybe like have a whole, you know, have a stream where I just talk about that after I've done a bit more research. And then I can upload it to FUNKe and call it like part 2. Maximize the ad revenue. Before I start, I have to close YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Actually, do I even have... I've always been curious if they even give a shit. Now that I pointed it out, I don't have an alibi though, so bye. Did you delete JJ's post on the subreddit? Yeah, because they were garbage. I found a way. Resume?
At this point, just go for the man bun if this is how far you are taking the hair.
My hat's right there. Don't tempt me, calamari. I have it in grabbing distance. Also, no. I'm good. I said I'd never do the man bun, and I'm sticking by that. Actually, I think there was one stream where I tried tying it back, but it wasn't for me. Where the hell am I? I think this was like the last time I streamed it. That, or I was playing it on my own. I'm gonna start from scratch. It'd be cheating to start like that. I don't think there's like a new region, but I think there's new starting areas. For advanced would I consider myself an advanced player? I wouldn't consider myself a new player. Let's do random. That's the only one I have. No? Thanks. I appreciate it. What's the deal with the copyright strike? There's just some Brazilian company that hit demonetized again. I disputed it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but they're dragging it out. So, see if that ever goes anywhere. I'm not, I don't... I've accepted this is a part of the process, so I don't think too much about it. Oh, it's good to see you remember that, Chuckles. Alright, so... For those that don't know what game this is, it's a survival game. That's all you need to know. The problem is, I don't remember how well I'll be able to survive. Especially if I'm trying to stream. Because my focus is all over the place. Minecraft 2. I wouldn't say that. Guess you'll just have to make some original music for your videos. I've been considering it. But, you know. I just have to use other people's music for my outros, because I'm not talented enough to make my own. Your character looks like a clown? Hey, that's a webcam. That's not a part of the game. My first order of business, I guess, is finding shelter. It's been so long, so I've forgotten the entire process of this. I can tell you it involves a lot of walking, a little bit of throwing rocks at rabbits, which hopefully it won't come to that, but... And a lot of beef jerky packets. So, not that far off from my real life. Wolves? Yeah, wolves too. There's also a weird, like, Aurora Borealis zombie thing, but I don't really know the full scope of that. Hopefully I don't gotta deal with it. Thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog answering questions on Twitter? The Sonic that, like, actual Sonic canonical? I haven't heard about this. How many questions has he asked about his dick size? How many different answers has he given? I'm gonna need stones. Can you play any instruments? I'm gonna have to think about that one. No, but I'd like to. Harmonica. You don't play the harmonica, you experience it. Unless you're me, in which case, neither. But I have a little holder for it. So I can pretend I'm like one of those like rockabilly dudes that plays 2 instruments at once. Sometimes pretending is healthy. There's some bands going no copyright. Well, some bands understand the issue. They understand, like, using music can be a symbiotically good thing, you know? It can introduce some people to a band and, you know, sort of a win-win in that case. The issue isn't bands not wanting their music to be used in videos. It's more about the record companies. The record companies that own the rights to the band's album. Because they helped, or they funded its production. They're the ones that get to call the shots on who gets to use it. Should probably hold my stones. I don't remember if there was ever waterfalls in this. I don't think I ever beat... Well... No, I did beat episode 2 of the story mode. And I'd be half tempted to jump into that again since it's technically still survival, but I can't handle those scavenger hunt missions anymore. On the official Twitter, they have the actors for Eggman, Sonic, Tails, and Shadows answering questions. There's already 2 of them. I hope it's like a Tony the Tiger situation where they have to address all of the furry porn. And after it gets too out of their control, they just shut it down. In fact, that's what I expect. I don't need feathers. I don't know I'm getting these. You know, I don't regret picking random spawn, but I'm starting to realize it's put me very far away from the buildings. And the buildings usually have a bit better starter items than stones. See if I can get back to the road and just find one. Why is the 1-year badge happy? Because I think inherent to nihilism is the acceptance of, you know, your suffering, and you turn that into a meaning of your own life. So, after a year sub, the badge becomes happy. It's sort of like a full circle kind of thing, like a happy ending, you know? No. Philosophy funk. Oh yeah, I took a single semester of it in high school, so I think I know what I'm talking about. Well, while I'm playing the survival, I guess I can talk a little bit about the video. And I gotta say, 95% of the comments are cool transition, space exclamation mark. And that's the YouTuber equivalent of dating a girl for her rack. Like, people only care about the physical appearance of the video. No one comments about the writing quality. It's all slick transition at 0:32. Hello? A sprained ankle. You should lay off the fucking muffins if that step sprained your ankle. Transitions are important. I agree. Transitions are the one thing keeping my video from being like a shitty commentary. Like, remove the transitions and that's all it is. Hold on, I should check the inventory on this one. Sprained ankle takes that. Pain takes something I don't have. Alright. When did I pick up the long dart? I want to say I lived in Florida when I first played it, and that was 2016, so at least 2.5, maybe 3 years. I don't know the exact date, but 2017? I don't even remember when we moved. It was like early 2017, so it was around then. Who remembers pre-epic transition funk? No, I mean, unless you go back to, like, you know, 2015 commentaries, but I took very high pride in my transitions. I had people, like, asking, like, wow, your editing was much better than your last batch of videos, and I'm like, nothing's changed. I just edited a little bit more. So that either means that I got really good really fast, or I've been slacking for a long time. I'm gonna make a fire because I don't think I can bear to keep walking. Maybe I shouldn't have made it in the wind.
That's a good one.
Whatever. I have some matches. I think you start with slightly different items sometimes, so I can work with this. Ever get to finishing Metal Gear Rising? I finished it, but I never did the DLC, which I didn't even realize it had DLC in like the 8 years it's existed. I'm kicking myself for not having played it. Well, what did I need for the pain? I can't hover over, but I think it's like T. Or I can wait 3 hours in-game, which I do not have the fuel for. Shit. I don't even have the wind conditions for it either. I need to find a road.
Goddamn crazy.
Get over it. The DLC is free. I have the DLC, I don't know, I guess I closed out of it the second I beat it and then never looked again. It felt good to beat the Senator. And when I went back, because I had to finally beat him for... Well, I didn't have to beat him, but I had to record footage again for the video. And I realized he's actually very easy, the Senator in Rising, because he's all pretty much just like parrying and slashing. And I realized after having played Sekiro it was super fucking easy. I was just never good at parrying. Although in Rising, it's actually not that hard. You just hold a button. Either way, feels good to have beaten him. How cool, a dead corpse. This is just what I was looking for.
I know. Maybe useful.
I'm glad his food didn't freeze over. I feel like it'd be nice if there was an option in this to auto-equip gloves or like clothing when you see it. There might have been and I just mashed through it. I don't know. Finish 6. Dude, JoJo Part 6, I'm not... It's a short one. It was a good precursor to 7's writing style, which is a big overarching narrative. People don't give it enough credit. That's all I wanted to say. Where do you find your ideas for videos? You just think of them. The last few I've actually just gotten hanging out with my roommate. Like usually I'll just like hang out because we're in a condo with like 3 floors, and I'll usually go down there and just like hang out just so I'm away from my computer. And like he plays a lot of like Rainbow Six Siege, and I think just watching something that I don't normally do kind of helps jog the brain a bit. Like what was it, the modding video I came up with because I was hanging out with him, and I think he was like playing some game with a mod, and I'm like, I can monetize this. First Long Dark stream was August 2017, and you had just moved to the new house. That makes sense. See, when I'm recalling in memory, I'm thinking more about what I looked like at that point, so I was associating it with Florida. Because in 2017, I was like, I wasn't like anorexic, but I was like an underweight, you know, snap in half bony kid. So yeah, that was like right when I moved. Favorite roguelike? I put the most time into Isaac, but I'm taking a good liking to Gungeon right now. I haven't played it enough to say it's my favorite. While I'm freezing, the wind is preventing me from making a fire, and I'm dying, so that's a couple good things going on. Oh, and I don't have Tinder now, so I can't start a fire, even if I could. What happened to the bit badges? I just reset them, because I figured it was easier to use the default ones than have to come up with some gimmick for them. Here's what you looked like. I don't know why I smiled after seeing that. It's not that different. Aside from, like, the, facial hair. I'm all grown up, guys. Look at me. I'm all grown up. What happened? You look better now. Yeah, well, getting rid of this helped. Why is there a 5 mil bit badge? Because some people just don't know how to fucking save their money. That's why. Put on Copilot? You want that comparison? Alright. Hold on. I'll give you like the drum roll. Wait, did I have my glasses on in that photo? Because I don't have those... Actually, do I? Oh shit, hold on. I gotta get my old glasses. It's okay, I still have them. I have them nearby. No. I mean, it's pretty much exactly the same, only there's more hair in my eyes. And my face is less blue because of the shine of my monitor on me. I gotta say, this isn't really the look for me. Mostly because my prescription changed and these glasses don't work anymore. I have new ones. Keep that thing shaven. Thanks, chat. I appreciate it. I'll leave the hat on, it's fitting for trying to survive. Am I drowning? What the fuck is that? Well, the good news is I found shelter from the wind. The bad news is I don't have a fire. Put on the new one. Does it matter? Like, are you fucking comparing it? They're less thick. I don't even wear them unless I'm driving anyways. I don't actually... They're uncomfortable when I'm at the computer because my close range sight, it's good. So that it fucks with it. Wow, I'm near nothing. Also, for the new video, I'll say that, like, I had to reinstall Overwatch to collect footage for that, which, you know, it's all for the grind. Also, this is what I found was odd, is it's actually performing, like, way better than most of my recent videos have, and it's shorter. You know, everyone's always screaming about how it has to be, like, 10 minutes long. Jump? I don't even think there's a jump button. I think it's because I had Minecraft Steve in the thumbnail that really gave it the boost it needed. Again! Are you... She has to be like... You got... Hey, what, just peanut brittle for bones. I could handle better than that. Actually, I probably couldn't. Whenever I had to walk a mile for PE, I would always have a sprained ankle, and I didn't even run. After 9 years in development... This is a feature, not a bug. Sure. They've given up trying, so why should I? Well, may as well explore while I'm in here, right? Speedrun strats. Speedrun strats on the pre... Actually, it's not pre-generated. So this is a speedrun strat. I just don't think there's anything worth checking in here. Plan on streaming E3 this year? That highly depends on if Valve and Nintendo have anything to show. You know, if we're basing it off of the last year, they both at least should have something. When it's June, like, what, 15th? Yeah, I mean, if I'm not doing anything, which I'm never doing anything, but yeah, you'll probably catch me streaming it. I'll do bingo. I think it's like streamer ritual. You have to do bingo when you stream E3. Valve prob won't, but they may do GDC. But like, E3 is the prime time to do it. I guess, like, Valve isn't the kind of person to adhere or conform, but they just put out the index without a game. They have to announce a game, even if it's just fucking Half-Life VR. Gotta be something. Yeah, but it's Valve. Yeah, but I think Valve is currently... I can't walk on the mountain anymore. I think Valve is trying to, like, fake a redemption arc right now. They're like, you know, we're coming out of slumber and we're really doing stuff now. And I don't personally believe it, but I believe that they're gonna try to, like, convince people of that. And what better way than, you know, like an E3 announcement. It could be a minuscule VR title. It could be a game demo. But if it's something... You think it's more likely Valve would release TF3 or TF2 remaster? Like, realistically, I don't think Valve's the type to remaster in the first place. Like, if they're gonna make a game, they're gonna make a new game. Like, just policy-wise, Valve's not really Valve is about iterating, but not reiterating. You know what I mean? Start a forest fire. That's gonna be difficult because everything is covered in snow and really moist.
Need
But
money?
worst comes to worst, I'll give it a try. Thanks, agents. By the way, I know like the last time I streamed Long Dark, I went for like 12 hours. This one will probably be a lot shorter than that. Like I said, MomoCon starts tomorrow. I don't know what time. I'm kind of just winging it and showing up, but I'll probably have to wake up regularly or comparatively early to when I normally wake up, which is like, I guess I've been waking up at like 10, but I've been going to sleep at like 4 a.m. Either way, I need to like I need to try and go to bed early so I'm not dead the whole day. The body had a knife. Now this is a knife. He has tinder too. What? Insufficient material. Does that not count? I feel like 2 fucking planks of wood are pretty damn good tinder. Am I wrong? Oh, it needs like, okay, I can make tinder. Tinder plug. No hypothermia. Could do it. All our work in TF2 would mean nothing. I mean, I honestly just don't think about it too much. It's someone else's problem now. Thought about streaming JoJo. Just like the whole series, just stream it off Crunchyroll. Yeah. And I'll like mirror it and then I'll put it in the corner with like an animated figure so that it doesn't get hit with copyright.
Oh, lucky day.
Yeah, that's my backup. If Variety doesn't work out. Alright. We might be waiting here a little while. Oh my god! I forgot I fucking broke like my I forgot I broke 3 other ankles, so... I didn't even think it was possible to break that many ankles. I thought you only had 2, but... Here we are. Three pains. Is pain? I didn't think I would figure at that point it's just your whole body is in pain, but sure. Figured I'd be in shock at this point. I don't have anything for this. It looks like I can just wait it out. Like if I just wait here like 2 hours without moving too much. I guess I can use this for time management. He's talking about the Part 5 PS2 game. I've never played it, so it'd actually probably be kind of fun. It's just, I also, you know, I don't want to... Well, I don't know. That's like that's a very niche thing, where it's like, if I do that, I'm doing that for the FUNKe JoJo fans. A very, like, specific margin of people. Like, I love the series, but, you know, it's not exactly something you can just comprehend on first viewing. That's fair. There's probably a lot of counter or crossover. Where's my bedroll? Don't tell me I can't put it down in here. Why? Invalid location. If I put it too far from the bed, I don't think I'll get... Well, I guess I'll still get warmth. Well then... Set it for 3 hours. Sleep for 2. That's quitter talk. Yeah. Well, hopefully all of my bodily wounds are healed up now. Not quite. Still another hour it looks like, but it's going away. I have hypothermia though. That's not good. I'll use this time to make some more water. Thanks, Ledidus. I'm the guy who goes and fights off the vampire dogs that attack your house at night. Can you leave out some snacks? I mean, what do you think the trash can's for, Larry? I forgot how long it actually takes for water to go. I think I'm good, though. Listen, I love JoJo as much as anyone else, but I don't want to contribute to it being, you know, the Undertale of anime, which it already is. And I'm okay with that. Also, I've just been sort of like minimizing my, like, the small random variety streams I do. Just because, like, one, it kind of takes away from the editing time. Like, for this video, it's weird. I'm always good about maintaining a sleep schedule on the video, but it's always the Twitter shit posts that keep me up. Like, making that seal shit post, I went to sleep at like 7 a.m. just so I could finish that. The video itself, I'm always in bed by like 12. But like, I don't know. I've just been not playing as many random variety stream games. I've been thinking just I want to like... I don't want to be like a one stream guy, but, you know. I like stuff I can stick to, I guess. I'm curious if I can just sleep this off or if I need to stand here. 25 minutes? I can only sleep in hour intervals. Intervals. Yeah, I'll just wait it out. The 7-page Muda? Oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, make it 7 episodes. Alright. Now I should be not dead. I'm freezing, but not dead. I have to eat. Your favorite Twitter post of mine was the Sonic movie one. I'm pretty proud of that too. I think I really peaked with the Waluigi one and it wasn't even that funny. Like, I'm sure there's already like 100 Reddit memes just like that, and I just came up with it on Twitter. One day I'll hit that 100k likes.
I need to find a place to rest.
What do you— I just fucking rested for 4 hours. This lady breaks her ankles at the slightest walk. And she has terrible sleeping habits too. I guess technically I never fell asleep. I took like a power nap. What's the, there's like a line, right? Between a power nap and an actual falling asleep. Because like your body has to fall into the REM cycle and complete it. And I think if you... I want to say it's 4 hours. Like 4 hours is when it's like sleep. And 2 to 3 is like a nap. Your body doesn't get as much rest like that. I've been power napping for the last 20 years. Forgotten what sleep is. The Waluigi one didn't hit 100k. Trust me, I know. I check it regularly just to see if it got that last point
Need
8.
money?
One day. Thanks, Game Spark. I sleep for 9 hours and barely have energy. You know, there's actually an issue if you oversleep too. Your body like starts to expend more energy because it's like, ah, shit, I have to sleep even more.
Tired.
She's really gonna make me stop and sleep again. I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night. God, and I left the cave, so now I don't have any free warmth. Great. A nap is when you wake up on the same date? That doesn't make sense. What if you fall asleep at 11? It's not a nap because you woke up at 1 a.m. What a bullshit answer. I don't believe that. You looked at my email? I would appreciate it. I'll check it, fishy. I got you. You gotta wait. Oversleeping makes me more tired. There's a reason they say that 8 is the prime amount. It's not because, like, it's, you know, like, because once you hit 8, you can sleep as much. It's like 8 is the amount. Don't go over it. Don't go under it. I mean, like, it's not a... You're not gonna die if you sleep 9 hours, but... Your body will remember that. I will take this meat. I don't have the energy to be doing this, but I have to go hide in that shack, and I cannot afford to hunt. A nap is considered 2 to 3. Yeah, well, I usually take about 3 naps every night because I wake up after 2 hours. But that means more dreams, so. I haven't been writing them down recently though, so I don't have any thundercloud jellyfish stories to share. Sadly. If I'd had any dreams, they were all probably just about editing videos, because that's all I've been doing the last week. I've been thinking, now that I finished this last video I put out, I've been really wanting to sink my teeth into like a longer, not like a 45-minute documentary, but like a 20-minute kind of, sort of like the videos I do now, but just like, you know, 20 or so minutes. One, because I've always struggled to have a longer script. I always overcut it to avoid filler. But two, I've come to accept that you kind of have to make compromises on YouTube.
Need
like,
money?
can only survive off 7-minute videos once a month for so long. Thanks, Grease. I tell you, if I end up doing that, that's when I'll get no sleep. Trying to edit that much. Keep the knife out. I don't think it's... I can hold it. I think it's only for... Yeah. The knife I got is only a tool that I can bring out if I'm, like, cutting something or I'm being attacked. Which I think is dumb. Like, for example, if a wolf attacks me, I can't actually holster my knife until it's biting into me. An interesting game design. One I cannot argue with. Alright, I'm just gonna have to, like, lie down. I have no energy here. How long should I... It's gonna have to be the 8 hours. Wake up in the middle of the night. Just got accepted into college. Enjoy the sub. Hell yeah, Grease. Well planned with your life. Sleeping pills. I like to avoid opiates. Thank you very much. Actually, would sleeping pills be opiate? I don't fucking know. I avoid pills. Won't let the system get me. Dude, you need water. You need water. What are you thinking? Funk is straight edge. Hell yeah, I am. Happy birthday, Nostalgia, by the way. Alright. Well, at least I have sleep now. The guy who emailed you got banned from the Discord last year. We discussed unbanning him, but decided against it. Yeah, I know. I remember. But he's been very... How would you say... polite in the emails. And I'm not the kind of guy that, you know, one and done. If he fucks up again, he's out of there, though. Am I out of matches? Don't tell me I'm out of matches. There you go. I can't use it. It's not letting me use my match. There we go. I think I put it away. Alright. So now I have to plan out my next 10 hours, I guess. Well, luckily I kind of foreplanned, but I don't have a drink, which is an issue. Don't tell me you still can't make fire. Okay. You used to not be able to make fires indoors. I think, like, this is just because I'm in a garage, but, like... It had really stupid rules where, like, oh, you don't want to burn the house down. I wouldn't mind burning the house down. I am freezing to death. It looks like they've at least adjusted that a little bit. Does the email have to be like the ones you should send to Bethesda? Oh yeah, and I will, I'll dox anyone that emails me all that information. It's part of the Funk contract. I'm gonna keep one stick, just in case. How long will this take? 19 minutes? Sure. Wait, that's snow? I didn't have snow. I'm inside. Where did I get snow from? I think there are some foods that'll actually give me some H2O, but not much. I use your emails to sign up for hentai pirating. Why would you sign up for pirating? Doesn't that kind of go against what pirating is? Having to sign up? The whole point is free distribution. Before I go, check out Splitgate on Friday. Yeah, I played it, like, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. I liked it. For those that don't know, Splitgate is like a Halo crossover with Portal, where you basically have a portal gun, but it can only go on certain surfaces. The maps in that game don't really... They just feel like a Halo map. They don't feel like a, you know, they utilize the portal mechanic. It was supposed to release today, I believe, but it got delayed like 2 days. But in 2 days, I'll be at MomoCon all day, so I probably won't be streaming it on the 24th. But when I'm back after that, I'll probably pick it up. Alright, I'm gonna eat a little more and wait on this water. Thanks, Burner. Oh yeah, I love this game's soundtrack. It's easily in my top 5. Isn't that Portal? It can only go on certain surfaces? Well, it's not literally Portal. It's not like a puzzle game. Oh no, oh, shit, I have to wait. Okay, I can wait that long. But, yeah, I'll just throw the extra stick on. I should probably use this time to just look around.
Man, I could use a drink.
You and me both. Listen, there's a lot of, like, things I'd like to talk about with Splitgate. You know, I'll probably talk more about it when I actually stream it. And if I end up making a video. Probably not about it, but may get a mention somewhere on FUNKe. So, I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, talk too much criticism or shit about it. It's still yet to release anyway, so I'll wait. You've missed a soda, Funk? Oh, I don't drink soda. I only drink LaCroix. It reminds me of drinking piss, which I'm really into. Orange soda. I actually probably have not had soda in, like, at least, I'd say like a year. The only time I really drank soda is because, like, my parents happened to buy it while I lived there, and I'm like, well, I'm sick of water. But now that I moved out, I just don't buy it. Wait one more minute. If you had to show someone one of your videos, which ones would they be? So I used to say that Death of an Art Style was like the video I'm most proud of. But honestly, I was really happy with the Pokemon and movement shooter one. I mean, maybe even like the one I just put out. I think like in pure editing, like the last video I put out was really just like, I wanted to stretch my legs and kind of like go overboard with the editing. It's like a fun little... Because I kind of like realized, you know, if I'm going to be building a portfolio of videos, just go ham with it. So I guess like, if you put a gun to my head and said like I had to pick a video, I'd probably do like the Pokemon one. If only because that's the most like accessible. Like everyone fucking knows Pokemon, you know. Movement shooters, it'd be interesting for like a thing that most people might not know about. The mapping tools might be an interesting thing if you've never, like, you know, played... If you're a fucking console player. But the Pokemon one... I don't know. I'm just proud of it. We have a problem, guys. I don't have any lighters. Fuck, can I get a torch? Fuck. Hold on. I can't see, and I can't walk too far away. Because I don't have a light source. So... Gonna have to... play the game a little bit here. This will be useful. Custom Pokemon maps. That was actually, while I was making the script, I considered having a part... Because if you remember in the modding video, I mentioned that I used to make custom Pokemon ROMs, and part of that involved the map editing process. And that was in like an early part of the script, but I just cut it because it's like... What will this add to it to talk about my shitty fucking ROMs? Like I definitely could have, but I don't know. It's been so long, I don't even remember enough about it. All I remember was like, it was basically a tile editor where you had pre-made tiles from Pokemon and you had to basically like hack them all together. Can use that hacksaw to open a door down here. Oh shit. I may do that. Yeah, I feel like you should be able to like auto-equip stuff if you don't already have that equipped. I also have to keep in mind my weight. I can only carry 30 kilograms, so I'm a ways off from that though. Bed. I left. Did I leave my bed? I didn't leave my bed, right? I picked. Fuck! I always fucking do this when I play this game. There's never been a stream of this where I didn't leave my bed behind.
Mouth.
I don't think I'm that far.
So dry.
I think. Yep, there it is. Remember when I was saying earlier I never sleep? Yeah. Wait, what was my bed over there? Oh yeah, because I first came in over there. Can I come... I need another torch. A new torch. This one's dying on me. There's a bed in that room. Well, I got mine, so... Oh shit. This is actually really good for fire. Nice. It's starting to come back to me. It's been a while. Like, you know, it's like trying to like use a pogo stick after a while. Actually, I how many people here have used a pogo stick? I'm just curious because if I feel like it's easy access, but I know very few people that ever owned a pogo stick. A good amount of people. Okay, I'm glad. I hope pogo sticks don't come out of style. How much you want to bet the next Overwatch here is going to be a dude on a pogo stick? I'd play that. I won't lie. He like jumps up in the air and then it's like, I don't know. He has like a super high angle. A sniper with a pogo stick. You can jump over the geometry and headshot. I shouldn't be giving Blizzard ideas. They might just do it. I guess I'll go back in and look for that door. I was just wandering around, but I probably shouldn't go too far at night. Baptiste. Yeah, it kind of is. Now I think about it. Listen, I played Baptiste like twice. We're getting to the point where like I don't know enough about Overwatch to make jokes. I'd rebuy the game to play that. Rebuy? Did you refund it and then you're gonna buy it again? Or are you just gonna buy it a second time? Either way, I'd play it. These are all to leave the shed. I need like a staircase that leads somewhere. But I'm worried my torch will die again. Do I have enough for another fire? I think I do. I'm gonna need it. Smurf account? I mean, technically I have 3 Overwatch accounts. Because I got a Smurf and then I bought one for... That ended up being my brother's account. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use this. No accelerant though. I don't want to buy it a 4th time though. Will you stream Sunday? That is up in the air depending on how long I am at MomoCon. I plan on going to MomoCon Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but Sunday is usually slow, so I might just go for like, you know, half the day, then come back and stream.
Oh, yeah.
It's plausible, but undecided. I'm gonna hold on to the coal. The coal is really good for like long-term stay. But right now, I need a drink. I never picked up my cooked water. Oops. Doesn't matter now. Unicycle Overwatch hero? You have just as much imbalance as a real unicycle? That's funny. I'm gonna tweet that tomorrow and not credit you. Well, I don't have any more injuries.
Need money?
I have a decent supply of food and stuff. I should probably drink the rest. Whatever. Thanks, Secret Orange. Tier 3. Man, you go above and beyond. I thought this game took place in, like, Siberia, but it's in Canada. Just go south to Society. You say that like there's not a society in Canada, like it's all just woods. Which I guess you're not wrong. But still, it's a little insensitive. Canadian here can confirm. Isn't like 80% of Canada just like uninhabited? Like it's all around like certain areas? Why are you hoarding all that space, guys? Share it with the rest of the world. Come on. If you came to my house, I'd, you know, lend you a spare bedroom. So lend me 70% of your region. It's mostly tundra. Well, yeah. It's the same in the middle of the states. Like, how many people live in Wisconsin? Okay, a little aggressive. Oh, that's the bed. I can't take it, so it doesn't matter. I've already been in here, and I can't find that door, so I might just have to leave. Have you ever eaten lobster? No, but I watched my grandpa and dad kill one to cook it. Or I don't know if they killed it. They put in a boiling hot pot of water and cooked it. Isn't there a reason for that? Like, it like tastes better if you boil them alive. I didn't try it. Mostly because seeing something get cooked really makes it just look gross and not appetizing even when it's done. Did it scream? It sounded like it. Lobsters don't actually scream. It's like air escaping their harness or their carcass, I guess. Their shell. And it comes out as a loud hissing. So yeah, it screamed. The pain makes it tastier. Imitate a lobster scream. It's more of like a squirrel getting stepped on, but sort of something like that. Actually, no, hold on. I can do you one better.
They say I hate being cold. 'Cause I really do.
That's what a lobster dying sounds like. Vaguely like that. It might be like a slightly different tone. Oh. My torch died. Ever had a lobster roll? I just avoid seafood in general. Because I'm a fucking 8-year-old with my taste buds. If I tried it once when I was 8 and I didn't like it, that I probably have not tried it as a 22-year-old. It was one of the main things I try to improve when I moved out. It's like, I don't want to be a picky eater. I just never really got forced to try stuff, so never did. By the way, apologies if you hear me sniffling a lot. I am developing the dye. Or some sort of like cold. Thanks, pollen. You're almost vegetarian? Yeah, almost. I haven't tried calamari. I've tried shrimp. It wasn't really for me. I can't name another fish that I've tried eating. I can't tell if the game's breaking or if that's just a shadow. I think it is. I've been watching a lot of river monsters, so I've been seeing like really ugly fish. And like manta rays. I wouldn't want to eat those either. It's also like watching Rivers Cuomo Monster has taught me that I just like I hate non-mammals. Not hate. Hate's a very strong word. There are like some people that it's like, oh, my snake is so cute, my lizard is so adorable. But seeing like just fish in like aquatic things, it just doesn't feel right. I had to like I had to watch a 10-minute funny boxer compilation to like bleach my eyes after seeing, you know, like a 20-foot anaconda get dragged out of like the jungle. It's weird shit. Worst thing you've had in a sandwich? Alright, this is probably going to incite some arguments because I'm about to talk about a hamburger.
Need money?
But thanks, Sluggish.
FUNKe.
When I went to PAX East this year, a couple, like, when was it? Like 2 months back. There was like a McDonald's right outside my hotel, and I didn't want to buy food at the actual venue because it's super overpriced. So I just went there, and I was like, well, shit, I'm out of, you know, I'm out of state, and I'm eating McDonald's. That's a little redundant. So I'm like, I'll just order something that I've never eaten, just so I can at least say that I'm trying something new. And I got the mushroom burger, and I tell you that, you know, I've had psychotic breaks that were more pleasant than eating that mushroom burger. I've not actually experienced a psychotic break, but it's probably comparable to eating that mushroom burger. Because I had to take an Uber right afterwards, and I thought I was going to dry heave. And it was like a 40-minute drive. A 40-minute drive heave. I always thought I was indifferent to mushrooms, but that taught me that no, I hate mushrooms. Mushrooms are vegetable meat. Technically true. Well, is it a vegetable? It's not a vegetable. It's not a... Isn't it closer to, like, animals than plants? Like, at, like, a genetic level? I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's a mushroom. Either way, it's gross. What do they taste like? It's not even the taste that's the issue. It's the texture. It feels like you're eating like if I cut off my thumb and tried chewing on it. It's unpleasant. The actual taste, I'm not speaking for every mushroom. I'm sure there are some mushrooms used in the right meal are probably good. But like the one I had, it was weird. It was like, it was bad enough. The meat itself was like greasy and shitty undercooked, like McDonald's hamburger. But like the actual mushroom was just, I think I spat it out too fast to know what it tasted like. Actually, no, I didn't spit it out. I just drowned it in ranch, hoping it would make it better. It didn't. Did you take any semblance of biology? Probably not enough to be talking about the anatomy of a mushroom. I'll tell you that much. Ham murder. I'm dying. I'm hypothermic. But that's a beautiful sky. So I don't mind being outside, even if I'm freezing to death. What's that Dreams game you mentioned in your video? It's on the PS4. It's like a game creation tool. I mostly just talked about its map creation, but it's more than just mapping. It's literally just like a game creation thing. It's in early access right now. It's not actually released, and it's conceptually really cool, but I would more so keep your eye on it than, you know, jump at the chance to play it. It definitely still needs a bit of tweaking, and people need more time to really make stuff with it. But it looks fun. Oh, I plan on streaming it more once the time is right. Would you rather be too hot or too cold? That's easy. Too cold. Because you can't, you know... Well... Yeah, I'd personally say too cold. Because, like, you can, you know, if you need to go outside, you can put on a bunch of layers. And you're good. But if it's too hot outside, you're fucked. You can't do anything. Having lived in Florida for 5 years... and it pretty much always being at least warm there. I prefer, like, the cold days of Georgia to the best days of Florida. Just personal. I think most people would agree. It's like, it's better to feel a little chilly than to be covered in sweat. You know, my Italian genes don't bode well for the amount of sweat I output. You know, it gets uncomfortable. So, like, between two extremes. Like, if we're talking more about, like, it's only mild, then I'd probably choose warm, because, you know, I'd rather be a little cool, like, a little warm than a little cool. But I get... Well, actually, no, I'd still choose cold. Because, like, there's nothing better than, like, a beach day where the wind's just right. Really, it's more about the wind than it is temperature. The temperature doesn't matter as much as, like, if it's warm but the wind is high, then that's fucking ace. If it's cold and the wind is low, you know, that's probably less preferable than, like, a windy, warm day. Can you take off your skin? It's just not fun. I'm in like an 80-year phase where I'm just trying it on. I think once my 80 years are up, I'm just gonna go full skeleton with it. You know, taking it as I go. I'm answering for you. Too cold. Speaking from experience, there's nothing you can do when it's 115 outside. The AC can't catch up. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point I'm saying. It's like, if it's too warm, there's nothing you can fucking do. If it's too cold, you can keep throwing on layers until it's okay. What have I missed? I shit-talked mushrooms a lot for a while. The edible kind, not the psilocybin kind. I have no input on that. My only input is that Brad Sucks has a song called FUNKe, which is really good. And I would recommend it, but I wouldn't... Otherwise, no input. Psilocybin. That's what it is. The P is silent. It's not psilocybin. Listen, I might have flunked my biology, but I did pretty well in my languages.
Need money?
Yo, what's up, my Funklington? I just want to let you know that I got ordained as a minister while at the Smash tournament. I can now baptize and marry people. Woo if you need either.
I'm sure I don't need context on how you got ordained as a minister, but... Oh, did you get, like, fucking destroyed by a Richter? Is that what happened? Well... I'm glad you have a newfound power. I don't think it's psilocybin either. I think the jury's still out on pronunciation. Both vowels are long. Okay, I'm glad there's so many experts in psychedelics in my chat to clarify for me. There's nothing out here. Wasn't this an area? I remember, like, in the story, this was an area I could never beat. Because there was a fucking bear in the middle of it that always rampacted me. Rampacted isn't a word. I just put rampacted and rampaged and impacted together. That's how bad this bear fucked me up. It rampacted me. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably shouldn't be walking towards it. Where do I go? I need to lie down. But this, I'll die of hypothermia if I just fall asleep outside. Why do I always get, like, the pussy endings? I always just die because it was a little too cold. I'd be okay with getting killed by a bear right now. Fuck, I'm just gonna have to try. I don't have a well, actually, I can walk a little more. How do I use the workshop tool in Overwatch? It makes me sad. My dreams game interested me, but I don't know. With Overwatch, you have to learn scripting a little bit to really get good at the workshop tool. You just have to keep trying until you learn it. Fuck it. I'm either about to save my life or end it. Either way. How long? Days... Doesn't lift. Days survived. Wait, what am I looking at? Is this my longest? The longest I've survived is a week and a day? I don't... Okay. I don't know how to read that. I didn't turn off funk facts. If they're not working, then that's just like a bug. I'm gonna set... You know, I'll do Voyager again. I don't think I can handle a higher one. I want to start near something. I think there's a watchtower one, right? Desolation point. Wait, intermediate? Wait, is intermediate higher than advanced? Intermediate is like intermediate. That means middle. Yeah. I think this is what I want. Yeah, it's still working. I just button mashed. Intermediate is advanced easy. Oh, that explains it. You think Blizzard would ever allow a map editor for Overwatch? I don't think so. I think because the way they made Overwatch... There were a couple comments pointing this out too, and I probably should have addressed it in the video, but Overwatch isn't like built engine-wise for that. It doesn't use prefabs for its maps, so it doesn't use a lot of... You know, like, for example, like TF2 has a bunch of props thrown in on a map. For the most part. A lot of it is like, you know, in the map itself, but there's a lot of props. Overwatch, I think, is all just map. It's not like props dropped in. So that means there's not a lot of like pre-made things for them to do. They'd have to go and remake props for use. And I think it'd be a good idea. I think that they should have, you know, probably released the game with it. But I don't expect it. I'm glad it started at fucking midnight. Come on. I thought this was for intermediate. I can't even tell where that... I'm gonna have to use it. I can't see shit. There's supposed to be like a tower nearby. Can't see anything. By the way, my character can't jump. I guess survival experts never leave the ground. At the end of the video, was that just a gag or am I done with outros? Well, that's a complicated issue because if it were my call, I'm gonna keep using demonetized again. But it's like, what if I use it and then they start hitting my main channel and then they drag out all those disputes and now I'm making no money off of my new videos either? It's like, do I even want to bother risking that even if I know legally I'm 100% in the rights of it? It's like you have to pick your battles. If I can, I'm going to. One problem is, the last few videos, what I've been doing is for my Patreon, like, anyone over a certain threshold, I'll, like, sing their name in the outro. What I didn't realize was a bunch of people were, like, of that tier, but they didn't, like, mark it that they were, you know, in that tier. So there's double the names that I'd have to sing now. Like, I missed, like, dozens of names. So even if I bring back this song, I might not even be able to sing the names anymore. Like, there's too many people that are on that tier. But I don't know. Remains to be seen, man. I probably have to, like, contact my YouTube partner and see if they can pull some strings to get it expedited. Because it seems like they're dragging out the dispute. Original Patreon songs. Listen, man, I can barely even put out my own original things. You wanna give me a whole nother? I guess I could repurpose them. That whole EP I've had sitting around of original songs, I'll just repurpose them into outros. That's how I do it. I mean, I guess, like, if I were to make, like, a wholly original song for an outro, there would be no one to hit it. Someone would find a way inevitably, like, oh, you used a G chord and a D minor 7. I actually use both of those chords in my song in the same order. It'll probably get hit anyways. You might have noticed, I mean, I pointed out, but some people didn't. I tried to minimize the use of music in the last video. There were only 2 uses. It was like a BioShock song and a Zelda song. Because I literally just can't be fucked to try and find songs that I know won't get hit with a copyright. Because, like, you know, you don't think about it when you're making the video, but when you go to add music, it's like... Usually video game OSTs are safe. you know, there's plenty I know that I can use, but I don't know. I kind of almost just prefer to not use it. Copywriting notes and chords. I guarantee you, dude, there's literally a YouTube copyright for white noise. If you upload white noise, it will get copyright striked because some dude uploaded and then copyrighted it. Just fucking white noise. And there's ones for like that all over. There's just for random, like I think there's ambient noises of like rainforest and stuff that if it sounds a certain way and it happens to get caught, you'll get demonetized. And then they can hold out the dispute for like a month. Welcome to YouTube. Being partnered with Kerr should give you access to the Epidemic Sound Music Library. Yeah, but I've never been a fan of like the pre-made libraries.
My face on the wall.
Or not pre-made, but
just wanted
existing.
to tell you this. It is time for me to consume dinner.
How are you donate? That didn't appear in chat at all. Wait, was that like a Streamlabs donation? Hold on, I wasn't prepared for that. Yeah, it was through that. Well, thank you. Oh shit, I might have accidentally double played it. Someone found my link. I have nothing against like the music libraries that, you know, partners put out. It's just that's where you find a lot of like the ukulele with like a xylophone like do 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 do. And I don't know if I want to fall back on that. Again, like for me it's almost more preferable to just not have music over having like a shitty song. Might be worth a look. I agree. It'd be worth at least checking out. It's also partially a stylistic thing. Like I like having the no music, because music is like it's really good when used right, but it can also kind of come off as a little too cheesy if you like overdo it. Considered streaming a Dead Rising game? It's not particularly crossing my mind. Let's see. I can't... This is the longest dark I've ever seen. It's not even midnight. Oh god, this is gonna be the worst life yet. How do you feel about the lack of communication from the TF team? I'm hands off, man. I've washed my hands clean of any optimism. That's not to say I'm not keeping an eye and waiting for something, but you know, what am I waiting for at this point? An endless dark. A very long dark.
So cold. So cold.
I'm exasperating all of my light sources. My flare lasted me... Look, this torch doesn't even go anywhere. This is the worst start yet. See, the gamer in me almost wants... Oh, wait. Shit, a sign. Am I near a road? The gamer in me almost wants to just reset so it's daytime. But the epic gamer in me wants to keep playing with the extreme difficulty. I think I'm just gonna walk the road. I'll walk by a house eventually, right? You've asked me about the fembombing in the Discord like 8 times, and I've been explicitly ignoring it. Consider this your acknowledgement. Let's see if I can just make a torch. That'll probably be a lot easier. Show us funk? I literally can't. Some of the art that was made, I can't show on stream. It's not like fully revealing, but like I would get in trouble if I showed that on stream. Let's just put it that way. Thanks, sad Spud. Show it? I can't. I don't mean this as like a joke. Like, haha, he's really hyperbolized. I literally cannot show you it. Which, I mean, respect to the artist. Like, it takes work to be that explicit, but... Look, if you want to see it, that's in the fan art channel. I literally can't show you, so... No input. Use Kevin McLeod music. Oh my god! This wasn't in the last version of the game I played. The caribou. That was a very brutal moose. Well, I'm surprised I'm walking away at all. Caribou are fucking brutal, literally. I don't think I'm gonna get too far though. Here, let me grab the torch first. I love how grabbing the torch just fixes me. Oh, I'm not dead anymore. Well, I gotta defend my territory. Yeah, run, bitch. Caribou, more like Cara. Phew. He ran away. Just tape your ribs back together. I don't need to do that. Ribs grow back. He's not running back. You don't. He ran away and he's charging up speed. He's building speed for 12 hours so he can run at me. I think he's actually What are you doing? I can only vaguely see it. Why? I'm literally not even fucking with you. It's running at me. Oh my, it literally scared me. The good news is I don't have to watch myself get murdered. Oh, broken rib. It's okay. He just broke my other 6 ribs. I'm fine otherwise. I can't even open my menu. I'm so fucked up. I gotta draw like a sea bear circle or something. Do you have more than one Twitter account? Unless you count Weezer cover Sweet Victory, no. I mean, that's not mine. I didn't make that Twitter. No. Don't tell me he's fucking running at me again. I hear him. Where is it? Sorry, I'm playing a what's the word? A tribute. It's still there. It's not leaving. It's just why won't you fucking leave me alone? It's attacked me 3 times. How am I even not dead? Just leave. Maybe if I like serenade it. You like that? You like a little bit of Weezer, Caribou? Can you leave me alone? I can't even move. I literally am so toppled over I can't walk away. I'm gonna eat a stale granola bar to reinvigorate me. What if I make a fire? Will that? Nope. I don't have. I can't fucking do anything. It's literally like spawn camping me at this point. I'm in a corner of the map. I know you can't see anything on the stream, but like, I'm backed up to a mountain. He's the only. I have to walk at him. Hope he walked away. I listened to Zerwi. Some dude made his own Weezer album. It's called Zerwi, and there were a couple of pretty sweet tracks. It felt like. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I've never exactly put out my own music like that. But, like... Well, I wish I could play, like, that SpongeBob song. What, I forgot how it goes. Hold on. What's that really sad SpongeBob song? Sad SpongeBob harmonica. Botany Bay. No, not Gary Come Home. You get the point. Listen, if you're within 6 notes of the song when playing it, it's not out of tune. I like to, I'm like YouTube. I like to round down. My G was actually a C. Wait, no, not this one. I'm gonna give it one more. Because I'm not happy with that one. I'm gonna start a different place and see if maybe it's better. Play Sweet Victory. I don't even know how to play Sweet Victory. I don't even think I have my harmonica is like in what is it? C scale. It's not even in the right scale to play that. It'd be like too low. If Funk doesn't take his shirt off, this is a new shirt, okay? I wanted to wear my new orange short-sleeved hoodie. It's for when your head is cold but your arms are warm. So you have no flats? Exactly. All sharp notes. Well, I can definitely work with this. It's a better start. It's a lot more desolate, but it's probably a good thing. No caribou walking around yet. 2 dead bodies. And they're not even near each other. Wonder if there's like a duel. They both like whipped out pistols and shot each other in the middle of the snow. That's probably what happened, honestly. They were like both... They ran out of food and they decided to take each other out Western style. Just created my own depressing lore. I'm happy that people care enough to make a shirt no shirt poll, but I can't exactly promise to agree to it. 1, I'm very self-conscious, and 2, I'm pretty sure I can get banned for that. The rules on male nipples are rocky, to say the least. They're rocky, like my nipples. So I'm just gonna dodge that bullet. Do I remember this clip? What? Oh, fucking, it's when everyone was spamming OWO and yeah. I remember that, BRB. Thanks for reminding me. It's not female presenting nipples, so you're fine. Isn't it like, they're a lot harder on male streamers, huh? Pull it up to your sternum? I don't even know what a sternum is. I feel like an idiot. I've been reading like a book that's like about the origins of the universe, but like from a purely like scientific standpoint. And it talks about like prokaryotes and oh, fucking no. It talks about a lot of like basic... There's 2 of them! No! That's a buck. That's not even a caribou. I can handle these. The last one I saw at night, so it didn't register that these are deer. It's your chest bone. Oh. No, I can't even do that because I have a 3rd nipple and it's below. It's around the sternum, so I can't even do that. I would still be showing you a nipple. Thanks, body, for being weird. Which side? Left side. I guess technically, depending on the angle. But even if I did, people would make fun of the lack of chest hair. I'm not ready for that. You know. I still gotta come out of my shell a little more as a streamer. I have a 4th nipple? Hell yeah, man. I haven't leveled up to 4 yet. I'm still working. Still growing the 3rd one. I literally, that's not a joke. I feel like I have to re-explain this a lot, but the supernumerary nipple is a real, like, thing. It's more of like a speck of like a tiny mole than it is a nipple, but that raises a good question. If I show my supernumerary nipple, does that count as showing a nipple? Technically, their rule is more about, like, if it's sexually promiscuous than it is, like, is it a, you know, a body part. But still. Maybe I can test the rule. Post it on Twitter. Maybe at, like, 50,000 followers. So, couple years. No context. Just post. You know? May just take you up on that. It depends if the third nipple lactates. Can't say I've tested it. No input.
Need
Nothing
money?
so far.
Just bulk up with the help of the Pillarman theme.
When I was like trying to work out at my parents', I would literally put on the Pillarman theme. It's just a good workout song. Why do males even have nipples? It's just because it just didn't happen to disappear with evolution. It's just like there wasn't, you know, actually, isn't it like biologically because everyone starts as a female in the womb before the chromosomes develop? So that by then the nipples are already like just there. So it's like, well, I'm not gonna get rid of it. They don't. They're not functional. They don't actually like go anywhere. I don't think, but that's why. Because I don't think it's like that long. It's only like, you know, when you're like a small little embryo. But technically you begin as female. At least chromosome wise. Yeah. Never know till you try. I'll let you know if my third nipple lactates. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that. I feel like that alone is bannable. Nobody clip that. Could get in a lot of trouble. Grilled cheese cover. I'm not gonna watch that clip. But I assume it's referring to the end of the the TF2 hat creation video. Which, no. That will forever remain in the vault. Till maybe, like, I don't know. An anniversary stream. Every human starts out with a clitoris. Facts. I miss mine, you know? I was sentimental for it. But, you know, I've gotten used to this form. Here's when you're gonna hit 50k. There's a social blade for Twitter now? I thought it was only for Twitch and YouTube. How long will it take? According to Social Blade... Hold on, let me show it. According to Social Blade, it'll take a year and 3 months. That seems about right. The thing about Social Blade is well, I mean, I don't know the full process, but I'm pretty sure it averages out. And the thing is, like, it's not always average. There's a lot of, you know, sometimes I just get an influx. I've noticed part of the reason that I've been making video shitposts is because they tend to go, like, mini viral. I mean, it's more because I want to make the shitpost. But I've more so observed that my follower count gets, like, a jump whenever I make those. So theoretically, if I were to, like, pump one out one a week, I could probably hit 50k in, like, you know, a month. Probably not going to do that because, you know, Twitter memes don't exactly pay the bills, but they do make me happy. I can tell you there's a backlog of Twitter shitposts that I would like to, that I just, like, will probably edit over time. I've seen enough of, like, those cursed WebM compilations that my mind kind of gets wired. Like, when I watch too many WebMs of just stupid, like, Twitter memes, my mind starts getting wired for making them. Like, when I watch random shit, I'll be like, this would make a great meme. Every single one I put out, that's why. I saw a photo or a video of, like, the seals, like, racing, and I'm like, I know what must be done. So if anyone ever wants insight on the shit posting process, there's a little, like, visit into my mind. Do it, you can upload them all into a compilation on FUNKe. Yeah? Play the field, man. Really utilize all that content. I'll have to consider it at like at the end of the year. It'll be a best of funk, but it'll just be Twitter shit posts. It won't even be at my streams. Well, I finally found a area. Pleasant Valley Farmstead. This is another story place, I believe. Is this on the same map as the story? Because if so, I might actually kind of remember my way around. Oh, I can't use the map in survival mode. But this was definitely a part of it. I think if you go that way, you'll eventually hit the old lady's house, but I don't think she actually exists in this mode. Oh god, ah fuck! Let's go down! Some of my like stomach acid just came up. What the fuck? It's like when it starts burning your throat. You know what it was? I was reading your comment about the grilled cheese clip and I literally started like internally vomiting. That's what happened. Hairball? I wouldn't call it a hairball. But it literally felt like acid in my throat. It's gone now. I think you need to see a doctor. I think so too. It's been like 4 years since my last physical and sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I think, like, if I went to a doctor and he's like, you have type 2 diabetes, I wouldn't even be, like, mad. I'd be like, yeah, sounds about right. The amount of sugar I eat. The other day I went and bought blueberries at the store, and I ate them, and I felt really good. And it made me realize that I don't eat very healthy. If like a bag of blueberries makes me feel like awake. So my takeaway is I'm gonna eat more blueberries. My last go-to was strawberries, but you know, when you eat like one thing too much, you know how you kind of get tired of it. I got tired of strawberries. It was raspberries, then strawberries. Now I'm on blueberries. Actually, no, it was blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. Now I'm on blueberries. After that, I don't know. I'm gonna be out of options. Blueberries are the best fruit because they have low sugar. That's good. I think sugar is something I need to minimize. Walk us through what you eat in an average day. On an average day where I take care of myself, which I try to, you know, most of the week, I just have like some yogurt in the morning with some probiotics in it. I eat like a turkey, cheese, and chip sandwich because I put the chips on the sandwich for like lunch. And you know, I eat a lot of pizza, honestly, just because it's convenient. But if not pizza, I've been trying to make more pasta recently. I've been trying to learn how to make what's that pasta where it's like one of those slides that like spin around. Those look like pasta. But I haven't had that very much. It's been like twice last week. On a day where I'm not taking care of myself, it's yogurt in the morning, a sandwich at like 5 p.m., and then I eat like 2 cookies before bed. But again, try to avoid that. What kind of pizza? Carry out delivery? I've tried a couple. So usually there's like a local pizza joint that like me and my roommate will usually get, you know, margarita pizzas or something from. My go-to is just pepperoni and jalapeno because I think that's like my perfect balance. But I kind of felt bad about the amount of pizza I was buying, so I decided like I would start buying the ingredients to just make the pizza. So for a while I started like, you know, I wouldn't like make the dough. It would just be like, you know, what is it? Like the pizza dough with some tomato and, you know, whatever toppings I have. Usually like jalapeno meat and stuff like that. Recently when I was trying like keto stuff, which I'm not now, because I wasn't doing it right. I was doing too much protein. I wasn't getting enough, I want to say fat. Either way, I was trying this one pizza where instead of dough, you use like eggs and cheddar, and you basically like throw it all together in the oven to make your dough, and it tasted pretty fucking good. It tasted like the first time I tried making my own dough for pizza, I fucked it up, and I didn't put nonstick on the, what is it, the aluminum foil, or I should have used parchment, but I used aluminum foil, which means I couldn't get it off of the paper. So I literally I just basically scraped the pizza off of it into a bowl, and then I mashed it up, and then it was basically pizza cereal. But it was actually like the best pizza I'd ever tasted. Maybe that's because, you know, it wasn't just a standard pizza. I used like spices and shit. But I made like a pizza cereal, and it was actually pretty banging. But generally with pizza, I'll just like make it. Worst comes to worst, I might get like, you know, DiGiorno or like some like pre-ready one. Like the ideal pizza is, you know, a decent pizza from a local joint, because you actually get like an authentic pizza. But it's more costly than, you know, making it yourself, or like getting like a fucking DiGiorno's or something. That's the higher tier pizza, when you want to treat yourself. I'm probably one of your most watched YouTube. You're missing out on some good channels then, Dark Matter. Telling you, go watch some Every Frame a Painting, or Captain Christian, or I don't know, Daily Dose of Internet. Plenty of stuff that's not just me. But thank you. What makes it a cereal? Really just because it was in a bowl, honestly. There wasn't a very... like, I didn't put pizza in it. Although there was a lot of egg. So technically there was dairy. Well, actually, no. There's cheese in it, so there was a lot of dairy. The egg, I don't know why I thought the egg. There's a lot of cheese in it. Fat Boy, I don't really watch that much of like other creators unless like they're people I know that personally. Most of the content I consume on YouTube is of like essays and stuff. Twitch is like where I watch like people play stuff live, but I don't really follow him that much. Thanks, Jam. I thought you're a TF2 player. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, I formally submitted my my retirement request to the US government from Team Fortress 2. It's a 6 to 8 filing period. I'm still waiting on the results. Until then, I'm not allowed to not be one. Did you hear Salty Fish is back? What do you mean? He didn't disappear. He's just been doing school stuff. I know he's been streaming more. I'll go in there and just shitpost sometimes. But he ignores me half the time. So, still trying to get my big moment of like getting the streamer to acknowledge my shitpost. How dare you remove Meow Max discussion? Listen, man, I don't mean to stonewall it. It's just... the purge happened. I had to Thanos snap the subreddit. Just to, you know, balance the universe. Any plans for Jackbox, Blocks, or Quiplash anytime soon? Here's the thing. Internally, I would love to play those games more, but I also know that if I do, there's really not going to be anything I haven't seen before. Like, it's going to just be, like... it is fun for all the people that show up, and I don't mean to take away from that, but it's like, if I'm not really enjoying it, I feel like people can kind of tell, and that inherently makes the stream a little worse. So with stuff like Jackbox, you know, I really will only stream it if I personally want to. I didn't remember my Reddit password. I had to email, or not email, I Discord messaged T-Dog, who first created the Funk subreddit. And just to ask him, like, hey, you have to mod my alt account. It's not even like an active subreddit. Like, there's no reason I had to clean it. It's just like, I felt dirty letting it become a cesspool of shitposts. But I guess I could say the same of my entire career, so... Does it really matter? A push image?
Need money?
Oh, you want to prune the Discord? I'm gonna take away those checks for the 2-year-old FUNKe highlights. Don't you dare. How do you feel about our conspiracy funk? This is the first I've heard of it. Hopefully the last. And that's all I'll say. Thanks, Hair Doctor. I don't even know what a Discord prune is, honestly. Removes inactive members. I mean, I guess it wouldn't really affect me in any way. It's an odd feature. Like, I'm curious how it decides that. Is it based on like a 6-month period? I don't know. I'd be the first to go. Me? Okay. While I was working on this video, don't take offense, but I minimized my checking of the Discord because I have a tendency to overcheck it, and it kind of like it impedes on my ability to work just because I don't know. So I haven't what is it? I haven't posted much on the Discord, but that doesn't mean you can fucking prune me from it, all right? I'm working diligently to create wonderful content for you people. You cannot kick me out. I already have people in my YouTube comments asking to give up my channel to my editor because the editor is the only person they watch my videos for. Pretty soon I'm not even going to make commentaries. I'm just going to edit commentaries and then put text on the screen. Is there a channel that does that? I'm curious. Is there like a video essay channel from a mute? Maybe that's my calling. Look away, guys. Too late. There's a 3-second delay. You don't have time. And that's what I think of Zootopia. Funkspiracy thinks you have a canon teeth fetish. Well, the evidence is stacked against me. I won't lie. But I'm gonna abstain. All 2011 tutorials are mute essays? That's a good point. You have a legitimate point there. With Dreamscape in the background. Holy shit, someone left me a motherload. This is how you survive. Just have everything given to you. Alright. I beat the long dark, guys. Why even have a container? It's empty. Alright, I need to make, like... I need to put up shop here. I'm freezing. I'm gonna be here a little while. 4.5 hours is a good start. I know a guy who does Let's Plays, but the only commentary he does is text and post editing on the bottom. I've seen a couple of people like that. I think it's a gimmick. I mean, there are some games where it's like I just want to watch a no commentary run of it. I was talking to my roommate about it. Like, I would totally watch just some like a no commentary like playthrough of like Dark Souls 3 or something by someone that is really good at it. Like, that's something where it's like you don't have to have a commentator to watch it. I haven't found the revolver yet. I'm not even sure where to find it, frankly. Assuming it's a random spawn, I've not been so lucky. I'm gonna go ahead and cook some stuff, I guess. And pineapple peaches. Crowbar in the wall? Beg pardon? Crowbar? I think you're, oh, that's a hatchet. You blind man. You're right, though. There was something. I don't know how there'd be a crowbar in the wall. Oh, shit. I used them up. Well, now I wait. Considered playing Persona 5? I've watched a bit of Persona 5, but isn't the first, like, 30 minutes of it all, like, cutscene stuff? I'm open to playing Persona, but games with that much, like, non-gameplay parts, it's hard for me to get into. I feel like I'm the kind of person that would probably have some affinity for it if I played it, but I haven't, like, settled on actually playing it yet, no. Have you gotten better at Smash? No, but I was actually thinking recently, because like I said, I've kind of wanted something that I can play long term, and I've wanted to, like, because I'll be honest, I'm not very good at Smash. I'm kind of shit at it. I wanted to, like, just maybe, like, have Twitch subs decide a new main, and then I'll tank it down to 1 GSP, and then just for, like, a month straight, I'll like, every day, like, just practice on it. Whether that's on stream or off. Just try to get good at it. Because I feel like someone, you know, back when I played TF2, I thrived on picking a class and just trying to get good at it. And I haven't had that in a few years. Mostly because I've been trying to do, like, variety streaming. But there's sort of, like, a personal sense of accomplishment when you, like, get that good at something. It's a little presumptuous to act like I get good like that, but... To answer your question, no, not yet. But I'm trying. I didn't burn it. I didn't burn the meat, at least. You want a suggestion for what people consider a joke, but it's good if you understand? I mean, I'd be open for anything. What I was referring to specifically was, like, a vote where it's out of my hands. I don't get to choose. Thanks for the shout out of Momentum Mod in your latest video. It was a quite nice surprise. Hey man, anytime. I think more people deserve to hear about it anyways. See, I just love, like, the source old school like mini game mods, so anything that builds on that is a win in my book. I need water. If I did stream Persona 5, wait for the remake. They're remaking it? Isn't it a new game? Is it like a Mario Kart 8 kind of remake where it's just like a improved, like a Game of the Year edition? Oh shit. I picked a good time to bunker up, didn't I? I don't know if I have enough stuff to wait it out though. Hosting Quiplash 2 myself. You really out here advertising in my chat? Disrespectful. Why did I do that? I just wasted. Why do I need to fucking pay attention? No. Oh, whatever. Well, add that back. I'm gonna need to be here at least, like, 4 hours in-game, so that, I don't know, like, 5-10 minutes out of it. The remake will add new character story events. I am open to playing Persona 5. Let's put it that way. Oh, I could have just made a fire. I should rest. Probably a good use of the time. We'll go for 6 hours. Oh, and my frostbite's gone. Nice. Well, the good news is most of my afflictions are gone. I think I still have risk, but that's manageable. Bad news is the storm is still going hard, and I do not have the resources to stake out here. Look, I can't even make one. How is the wind even? It's hitting at such a specific angle. Nice. Can I maybe put it somewhere else? Good.
Looks
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
worked.
hypothermia risk. Whatever. I have to. I can't afford to not burn everything I have. Game & Watch is mostly considered not viable as a fighter. Lightweight, but has a lot of interesting attacks. Yeah, but he has the deflect, and I fucking hate any ability that's based on throwing someone's attack back at them. I just, like... Maybe it's all those years of fighting pyros, but, like... I avoid those like the plague generally. Listen, if you like Palutena, that's your business. I'm not going to tell you. But just know that I would not shake your hand in real life. The bucket is good. I'm not saying it's bad. The issue isn't that it's bad. If anything, the issue is the opposite. It's that I get fucked by it too much. Androxus. You're just saying a word. I don't know what that means. But thank you. Don't suck. I'll consider that. Oh. It's so windy, I can't use the torch. I probably should have expected that. Well, I don't even think I can pass the time either, because it's too long. So I just have to wait this out. What am I gonna do after this? I think I'm just gonna have to literally, like, sit here. I think I'm gonna have to add to the FAQ about the demonetized again, because, like, at least once every 10 minutes I get asked about it. Basically, abusive YouTube system. Let's just put it that way. I think I could technically leave to maybe go grab... If there were sticks nearby, it might be worth looking. But my hypothermia is gonna kick up if I'm out here too long. I can't. Look at that. I already got it afflicted.
So cold in my life.
Great. Looks like I'm stuck here with you, chat. You streaming makes me feel nice and at home, even when you're complaining about YouTube. It's nice that you can find some level of comfort even when I'm bitching, but I also just personally don't want to sit here and talk about YouTube because I spend enough of my own time in my own head thinking about it, you know. This is my escape. The whole reason I stream on Twitch and not YouTube is to escape it. What happened to the bits for badge? What do you mean? Oh, you know what it is? I initially had turned them off because I was trying to just, like, disable certain badges, but, like, I didn't realize, like, don't donate bits today, if you were even planning to. It's... Because it has a weird system where if it's turned off, then you can't unlock a badge. But if you already have the badge, you can... it's weird. I mean, I guess if you... just don't worry about it. I can't study exams. That's not my fault. That's a self-discipline issue. That's just... You gotta learn that one when you're in school. If you're watching Twitch streams instead of studying, that's on you. So I got 12 minutes here, which is probably like 60 seconds for me. After that, I'm either gonna die of hypothermia in here, or maybe the wind will stop. Or maybe I can use that metal box as cover from the wind. Are you good for giving relationship advice? I haven't been in one in 3 years, and that wasn't a particularly long one in the first place, so... I would say no. I'm not the person to ask. And even if I was experienced enough to, I wouldn't feel comfortable. If you need relationship advice, you should, like, talk to your, I don't know, your parental figure. Maybe not a Twitch streamer. How's your college life going? Oh, you know, partying every weekend, going hard on the brews. Bags under my eyes 24/7, but... you know, the campus is nice. Feel very at home on the campus. Because I live here. I'm really stalling, guys. There's nothing I can do that doesn't involve going out in that wind. This is just like a talk to chat stream at this point. I can't play the game. Well, I can play, but I'll probably die if I do. Get as close to it as possible. Are you my dad? I'd have a lot of questions on how that happened. You can retake a course, but you can't retake a party. That's a good saying, Nostalgia, bro. That's a good life philosophy. I'm sure that won't land you in a jail cell at any point. Least favorite national anthem? Without a doubt, the American anthem. I think Vox made a video about why and I know like Vox, but they made a video like about how bad the national anthem is just as an anthem, because it's in multiple scales. It's like it dips in, not only is it in one scale, it dips into a lower and higher scale, which is why it's so difficult to sing. But that also means like it's shitty and most people can't sing it, and you know, the actual, what is it, the composition of like the notes are just weird. It's a fucking terrible anthem. I think we need to change it to like Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus or something. Anything but the Star Spangled Banner. Anything, just have it be like fucking a YouTuber intro where it's like dubstep for half a second where it's like, because I don't want to have to stand for 30 seconds every time I go to a baseball game. Just have like a quick Ollie intro that blasts on the screen and then play ball. Get one of those Minecraft intro. Can we, like, do you think if we all petition, we could get one of those, like, custom-made Minecraft intros to be the new national anthem? And, like, when you're in school and everyone rises for the anthem, it just plays that on the little screen. I think I'm figuring out a solution. Can you give an argument that it's worse than the national anthem currently? I'd say so. Yeah, sorry that I'm just sitting here, guys. I can't leave because I can't even use not only is it windy, but my light sources will go out if I walk away. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna light this so I can at least see. They should remake the anthem every 20 years. We have to vote for our politicians. Why don't we get to vote for our anthem? Huh? What? We should have an election for artists to submit new national anthems every 4 years. And it can be like the theme of the president. So like that'll be the national anthem and the president's theme. Then when there's like a video game for all the presidents, like a wrestling game, they'll walk out and it'll play their song. Wouldn't that be awesome? Like fucking George Washington comes out and then the Star Spangled Banner plays? That'd be cool. I'd buy that game. I'd stream that game. Until someone inevitably, like, submits brown noise as the national anthem and wins. Then that's gonna be a very messy Braves game. What do I do, man? Just wait it out. I mean, if I was realistically trying to survive this is probably what I'd do. Wait out the wind. It's kind of dying down. Election corruption for the anthem. Just have like, I don't know. Have like a Nightcore. Just something weird. Bunch of derp. I feel for you, man. I know how it is to be young and in love, but no one here is qualified to give you advice on it. I wish you luck on it, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you something that gets you rejected. Who's your favorite US president? Okay, I'm a little biased here, but what's his name? The fact that I don't even remember his name. Grover Cleveland. Because according to my mom, I think, somewhere down our family tree we're related to Grover Cleveland. Because I remember I was always told there were two like, interesting people that I'm related to. Grover Cleveland, who is the I want to say the 21st and 23rd president, because he got reelected like a year after, or a term after. And there was some guy that robbed a train. So the two role models in my family are US president and train robber. And I gotta say, I'm a lot more interested in the train robber. I'm related to Arthur. 22nd and 24th. There you go. Hold on. Just so people know who Grover Cleveland is. I mean, look at this. You're gonna tell me that this resemblance is not uncanny? You're telling me that doesn't look just like me? Come on. That's funk blood if I've ever seen it. That's me in 40 years. He needs a hat. I don't think hunter caps were really popular back then. He looks like Garfield. Yeah. Runs in the jeans. Server software for 1.4 isn't in a stable state and probably won't be for at least a couple more weeks. Still might be worth thinking about when you want to start the next season, though. Yeah, I've been thinking more about it. I do want to play 1.14. I've had some people trying to get me into SMP Live, and I have a couple friends in it, so I wouldn't just be jumping into nothing. But at the same time, I feel like I'm a much more solitary person, and being in, like... SMP Live is literally, to my knowledge, it's like a server just for streamers. Where just, you know, hijinks ensue. So I've been thinking about, like, you know, if I could theoretically get on that. You know, I don't think it's 1.14, but it's probably the closest thing to a season. Either way, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I've been waiting for Hytale for so long, but I've kind of come to accept that it probably will be a while. Well, that's what I mean, Attack. The SMP Live is a thing where you have to stream. Which I don't mind. It's, you know, it's fine, but... Back to the pressing matter, would the national anthem be a weeb song? Well... It'd be a little weird since that's more of a Japanese thing than it is American. It'd be kind of weird to use something that originated in Japan as our anthem. Then again, all of our good things we just stole from Japan, so... I guess I'd support it personally. I'm tired of waiting, so I'm just gonna, like, go for a walk. Perfect timing. My flare started dying the second I went for a walk. Great. Now I'm just playing Slender. It's like Slender if he had a really bad dandruff. Connect from Madoka? How dare you come to my chat and make a Madoka Magica reference? What kind of weeaboo do you take me for? The fact that I know what Madoka Magica is probably doesn't, you know, give me much credibility, but how dare you? A good one? It's okay. I liked it. It's no, it's no Full Metal. Is there a way for me to turn up brightness to cheat? I want to cheat. I remember, like, when I used to stream this, what I would do is I would just edit the filters on my stream so it was really light. But... I'm trying to be legit here. Even if it's just wandering around. Sign the contract, Funk. It's been like 3 years since I've seen Madoka Magica. But, what was that? Bird? I have fond memories. That's all I know about it, though. I dated someone that was super into it, which is what got me introduced. 3 Strikes Farmstead. Okay. Wait, is that a house? Fuck yeah. Better than walking around in the cold. Oh, it's a broken house. God damn it. It's one of these, like, not actually a house. No interiors. And my matches broke. Sorry for the double notification. That's weird. It hasn't gone off. I just wanted to take a moment to say thanks for making the great content. It often makes my days better and helps out. It means a lot, Hair Doctor. It's weird that it didn't announce the sub, but I do appreciate it. That's what keeps me going, man. I make videos for... Well, I make them for me. But if other people like it, then, you know... that's a gain for everyone. PC specs, exclamation mark FAQ, has that at the bottom. Although I've been thinking I kind of want to get in... I built this one 3 years ago, and it's held up. You know, I can still use it fine, but... It struggles a bit more on the higher end games, plus... I need to, like, purge my what is it? My hard drive so I can get an SSD. Really, I just have, like, a lot of, like, archived files from, like, old videos that I don't need, but they take up a bunch of space and it makes everything run slower. So, my PC is, like, starting to, like, wear down, I guess. Because, you know, technology, every year there's a new record-setting thing out. But, anyways, it's in the FAQ. I haven't been watching any new anime recently, honestly. I caught up, like, on Attack on Titan, but now I'm, like, caught up to the point where I have to wait for the next episode. Which is where I am with most of the shows I watch. Which is, like, a good thing and a bad thing, because it's like you have something to look forward to every week, but it's also, like, you get sad when it's gone. Either way, decent. I can't, like, at least before I could kind of make out. I can sort of, like, if I look at my monitor from a certain angle where the light isn't shining on it, I can kind of tell where I'm going. Like, there'll be a tree, there's a mini tree right here, and a big one I'm about to walk into. But you can't see it. This sucks. This just sucks. How far am I in JoJo? I am on chapter 33 of part 8. The newest part. And I think the newest one's at like 90 chapters, so I'm maybe a third in. A 980 Ti holds up. It's done me well. I've thought about looking into like new ones, but nothing's like demanded it. How much space are the old files taking up? I haven't, like, run the logistics on it, but it's too much, I can say. Like, I would honestly... Well, at least, like, 25% of space it doesn't need to take up. I would argue even more than that. Somewhere between 25 and 50. Like, I don't hit maximum and have to delete stuff, but it's still, you know, too much. You are baby. Watch this. 3.98 terabytes of FUNKe VODs alone. Holy shit. Look at this. I can't even... It won't even open. Yeah, I mean, it's streaming. It takes up a lot. You don't have to keep the files, Sinister. Once you upload it to FUNKe VODs, you don't have to keep them. You're just that sentimental, you have to hold on to them. I get you. 90 isn't it like 85? Okay, thanks you for fucking clarifying, Peep. Sorry, I'm lying to everyone in chat. I said it was 90 chapters. It's actually 85. Crucify me. Either way, I'm like a third into it. And I'm liking it, but it's also like, I don't know. It's more part 4 than it is 7, which just means it's a lot more like what's the word for like not for like fucking Seinfeld, episodic, I guess, where a lot of the episodes don't connect with each other, but there is an overarching connection. It basically, it's a bit like slower, so it's, you know, taking me more time to like really get into. I'm keeping them in case YouTube ever deletes FUNKe VODs. That's a good call, honestly. You could probably just get a Google Drive or something. I mean, I could just get a Google Drive. I assume you have to pay for it. If that's the case, I can just set one up. But then what if they lose it? Fuck. I'm sure there's some solution. Like put them in the cloud. I don't know. There's a lot of, like, incriminating stuff on my streams. Do I really want them on the cloud for the government to see? If I wanted the government to see what I'm doing in my free time, I would broadcast myself live to twitch.tv/funk. Thankfully, this is pre-recorded. I would like to stream the Rising DLC. I mean, I guess it's more just about pulling the trigger. The devil trigger on doing that. Usually whenever I get into the main channel video grind, I have to lower the priority of, like, planning streams out. Which is why I end up just like, oh, I feel like playing this game, so I'm just gonna stream it. As opposed to, like, I want to play through, you know, this campaign in this game. So since I'm just coming off of the video I made, you know, I'm not coming into it with, like, I'm gonna plan this on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But Metal Gear Rising's up there. You know what I learned recently? There's a way for me to stream Tamagotchi Life. Not that I would ever emulate, but if I were, emulators have actually managed to get, you know, that working. So, I'm not saying, you know, Team's Fortress Revival, but there are options out there. Yeah, legally, of course. Why would I ever not? I mean, I technically do own it. I own Tamagotchi Life for my 3DS. I just cannot capture it. I can capture it if I go buy a $300 to $500 capture card 3DS off of, like, eBay and then wait several weeks. Also, I can stream it for a stream that I'll probably get 5 subs and a total of, like, $6 from. The payout, you know. But that content grind. $8. Thank you, Evan, for the Twitch Prime. I'm surprised I'm alive. I mean, I'm freezing to death, but the fact that I made it this far wandering. It probably would have been better if I stood in place to conserve energy, but my energy's not even that low. But it does go down faster when I move. It's perfectly legal, though, if you own the game. Technically, no. That's a common misconception. A lot of people throw around that, oh, if you own the cartridge, then you can legally emulate it. That's not technically true from a legal... I don't know the exact legal jargon of it, but just because you own it doesn't mean you're allowed to distribute or accept distribution of it. You're not allowed to redistribute the software, period. And if you're getting it from a source that isn't Nintendo, that's technically, you know, like a black market trade, basically. And you're not allowed to do that. I mean, am I fucking gonna take that to heart? I don't care. But yeah, I think if you go to Nintendo's website specifically, they have a whole section where it's like, yeah, stop perpetuating this bullshit. But they do that, and then they refuse to make a virtual console so people can play their old games. So, you know, who's the victim? What do you mean I can't? Too far away? Come on. It won't let me. Yeah, I cannot afford to not let this. You liking the game so far? This one? Yeah, I mean, I'm liking it, but I played a lot of it. I have 45 hours total in it, according to Steam. 45 hours? I played 45 hours of this? Damn. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's a lot. That's more than I think I might have in, like, Dark Souls. Actually, no, it's like 60. It's a lot. More than I have in Sekiro. Fuck, man, I don't have any fire. I might die here, boys. I'm hypothermiatric. I'm frostbitten. This is how I always die. It's always overheat. I think technically the bedroll will give you warmth if you're near a source. The problem is I only have 45 minutes and it's invalid because it's on ice. I could sleep for an hour and see if it helps. Let me wait. Let me see if there's wood nearby. Because I gotta keep this as long as possible. No. Fuck. I gotta gamble. One hour of sleep. Please don't fade. If my math is right, I should be a bit better. I'm still gonna be dying, but this should buy me a little bit of time. Oh god, look at me. I can barely stand. I think there was some branches over here I could snap. Fuck. Favorite game genre? Movement shooter. Online. I guess arena shooter is the proper term, but I don't really like that because a lot of like the modern arena shooters aren't really arena based. What? Arena shooters. Followed by like a good 3D platformer. Followed by, I don't know, RPG. Fuck. This is really gonna fuck me up. The problem is I don't need 5 or 10 minutes of fire. I need like 3 hours of it. So breaking down all these branches is gonna do nothing for me. I mean, I might just be time to take the L here. Because the stream's over. I'm gonna be at MomoCon tomorrow for most of the day, so it's unlikely I'll be streaming later, just because I'm gonna be probably worn out from MomoCon. If I manage to, like, if I'd, like, find the time, like, you know, I might go to Sunday late, or, like, come back early, in which case there'll be a Sunday stream. If for whatever reason I find the time Thursday to Saturday, I won't hesitate to stream either. But it's generally best to assume I'll probably just be at the con through those days. I should have something on FUNKe. I have a couple highlights that can go, that'll be up there in my absence. And if you missed other, if you're dying to see Funk streams, there's also a FUNKe VODs channel run by Sinister. I mean, you can also check the VODs on Twitch, but, you know, gotta get that sub count up for the statistics. Either way, I'll definitively be back by Sunday to Monday. I also uploaded a video on my main channel. If you didn't get that news, if you didn't get that bell notification. So that's about it. Yeah, they do expire on Twitch, so like I think it's 60 days actually. Like they will disappear. So the FUNKe VODs channel is at least a good substitute for once they're gone. Looks like he's tripping balls. There are some interesting iterations of Bommy made here. I don't want people to think you have to draw Bommy like in the, you know, the style that an outfit I've drawn. I'm taking in a rocky route where I change the design and outfit every 2 weeks. That's a stylistic choice, not because I'm an artist that's never happy with his work. But yeah. You cannot start a crusade. If you do start one, do not consider me a part of it. I am not affiliated. Like the one in fan art? Yeah, like that one specifically. Alright, yeah, that's it. I will be back on Sunday. I have a couple things that like are pre-planned, like stuff I want to stream, but I'll talk more about that like next stream because that's when I'll be more back regular again. Also, generally when I go to the end screen, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm like rushing to end the stream. So if people ever have like questions or some shit when I'm ending the stream, by all means, ask. Look at all these questions in chat. Well, damn. I gotta stick around a while. Alright. I'll see you bitches later. Oh god, that's ugly.